I have two, and they're both from the same show, which is Intervention. And that show changed my life for a lot of reasons, personally and professionally. But in the biggest way, I think it's because I've seen miracles happen, and it made me believe in miracles. There was a 40-year-old crack addict who was fully open about their addiction and very, was not in denial about it at all, and open to talking about it. The one thing that, she could not get over was being a bad mom. So she would never admit to that. And in her mind, she was like, yes, I did all of these horrible things, but I was always there for my kids, and I, was a good mom. Obviously, in reality, that wasn't true. They were abandoned all the time and severely neglected and put in harmful situations, right? But that was the one source of guilt and shame that she could not face herself. And so she went through treatment, which is only 90 days. So after being a crack addict for several decades and then having 90 days of treatment, we go back for the follow-up. And my boss was like, see what she has to say about this. I don't think you're going to get much out of it. Unfortunately, I don't think she's had enough therapy for it. And you see this where this is going. But, I sat down and I very gingerly brought up the subject, and she started tearing up and said, I've been such a horrible mom, and the only way I can make amends is to get clean. And it was really meaningful because not just the words that she said and that she acknowledged it, but that she wasn't sobbing. There wasn't this oh my God, I'm such a horrible person and I did this and all of and I was not there. It was this sense of accountability that is what you want to see in treatment, right? Because I think if she was sobbing and in a in a pit of shame around her motherhood, it would just perpetuate the cycle. But the fact that she was sort of confidently taking accountability for it means that there was healing there, right? She's no longer, the reason we become addicts and have compulsive behavior is because of shame. The reason I was self-harming was because I was so ashamed of myself. And so if I just transfer that shame into oh, I'm a horrible mother, it's just going to perpetuate the behavior. But the fact that she could acknowledge it and be this is what I did and this is what I'm going to do was the miracle.
Wow.